So I just finished speaking to this one girl that wants to buy, not Luxia, that wants to buy a car in Canada, and she's caught between she financing and she leasing the car. And me, with so many experiences I've had in this Canada, I've had 4 cars so far, which is also Jesus. I've used 4 cars so far in this country, and I feel like who am I that I cannot give? And this rain, which kind of weather is this? Who am I that I cannot give advice on what she should do as per leasing or financing? So we shall finish talking. I gave her dates. I'm like, this and this is what we're going to do. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, if I can give somebody a detailed, my friend a detailed, idea and advice like this, let me just make a whole YouTube video about it, since we are live with her there and we help people. So if you need come in Canada, you don't do Canada safe for a long time and you're like stuck in the decision of like weighing your option. On today's video, I'm going to be telling you, should you finance your car or should you lease it in Canada? That means said, we are going to do this as I'm going to go and run errands, because today is a busy day. I'm a busy day. So first of all, I'm going to tell you why you cannot buy your car right off first. Second of all, now many of you don't know the meaning of financing and leasing, right? Don't worry, that's why I'm here for you to explain. Okay, so just stay with me. Don't mind me, why they do like that? So stay with me and I will be right back. So why can't you just buy a car outright? Which one is financing and leasing, right? And even in Nigeria, like where we're from, or many other countries, you have your money, you save it up, and you go and buy your car. Let me first of all state that it is very possible to have your money and go and buy it outright. That is your business. But the only idea why it's not really advisable is that if you want to buy a new car, like a very, very good car, you rather go and buy a house than a car. The money is too expensive, and this through those seasons like this. So that is why it's like discouraged to like, why buy the car when you can just apply for another form of paying for a car and you still have a car, right? And the other option is those people that would sell like cars on marketplace and everything, or like Kijiji. These cars, you don't really trust it, right? Because you're just buying it off like a brother and a sister relationship. Like, oh, okay, easy, I'm buying off a car from you, buying from Adesha. You can't really guarantee what is wrong with the car or what is bound to happen with the car, and there's nobody you would hold responsible if something like this happens. So instead of going through all that shots of like, hey, is this car going to be good, or I'll be after 2 years of using the car, then the brake or the steering or the transmission is having a problem, let me just go to a safe place where I know that they got me covered. I actually got in a car from marketplace before, and like I really love the car, but I used it for a while too. But then developed a transmission problem. But obviously I bought this car from somebody else, so who am I going to hold responsible for it? And then I had a car that I actually got from the dealership, and when the car was behaving like something was wrong with it, I went back to the dealership. I hold them responsible. They fixed the car. I even opted in for another car. That's how this car came into being. So right now we're going to run errands, we're going to go buy some things. But that being said, I want to let you know like the definition of financing. Like, what exactly is this financing and what exactly is leasing that I'm saying? Like, why is it a better option than just paying money full time for a car? So financing is what many people in Canada opt in for. So what is financing? Financing is that you see a car, you like the car, but you don't have the money. Because cars are very expensive. Like, you see a car of like 24, 25k, 30k, but you don't have the money to pay at once. So what you're doing with financing is that you are setting up a payment plan, like an instrumental payment, and you're paying monthly till the day you finish paying that 30k, that 40k or whatnot. So normally a dealer or wherever you're getting, normally a dealer would give you they will give you like a 5-year span or like a 7-year span to pay off the money that you own. But the car is for you. You are using the car. Like, the car is for you. You have your keys. You have everything. Whatever. It's just that now you're making your car monthly. You're making the payment monthly instead of like paying it full price up front. So that is what financing is. And for leasing, it's the same way, but at the end of the day, you're giving them their car back. So like they also give you like, but instead of like a longer period, it's for a shorter period of time. So they're giving you like for 3 years or 2 years, they're giving you the car and they're like, you have to pay this amount of money for the next whatever year, and then by the time you're done paying this, we will be collecting our car back. So for that 2 years where you dey now, you dey fly, you dey chill with your Mercedes or your Jeep Wrangler or your Hyundai whatever. But once that 2 years don't finish, they're like, oh yeah, hello, hold up, give us the car back. And yes, you are paying all through this period. They are not giving you the car for free. You're paying them every month, and they collect their car back at the right time. Till now, if you have not subscribed to this channel, I don't know what you're doing. But do well to take the time to subscribe, like, comment, share this video. Share this video to those people that to people that you think might need it. Just put it on your WhatsApp status. People that need it to find it. Put it on Instagram status. People that need it to find it. So now, why am I making this video, right? When you go to a dealership, they offer you one of these two. They offer you both. You have to decide. So they are telling you like, okay, would you like to lease the car or would you like to finance the car? So these are for the this is what they offer. And many people are always stuck with the decision like, what exactly should I even do? Like, they don't have the full information. Like, should I actually lease the car? Should I finance the car? So they don't really know. And that is why Ade is making this video. Pros and cons of leasing versus financing. Oh my gosh. So number one, what is the pro of the cafes? Number one, what is the pro of financing? Number one pro of financing is that you own the car. The car is your own car. So when we're talking about the car is your own car, so many people might be like, okay, when I finance for a longer period of time or this kind of thing, then what now happens at the end of the day? My dear, from the moment that you sign that paper, that they hand over the key for you, the car is your own. But the only difference there is that you did not pay. You know, in Nigeria now, we pay and we collect our car. But now it's just that you're not paying them monthly. But they can't see your car. Anywhere you go to SAC, you want to go and register the car, you want to go and collect your plate number or whatever, the car is your car. You're paying for your license, you're paying for everything. So that is one of the pros of financing a car. Number two, you are allowed to customize the car. So when you buy the car finish and you now say, the windscreen is not really my taste, I would like some woody ceramic kind of glass. That is your pro business. As far as you have the money to pay it, you can do it. Well, the car is not tinted, I would like to tint the car. Quiet. Well, the color is white, I would like it in baby pink. It is your sole business. The car is your car, so you have full autonomy to do whatever you choose with car. If you like, you can say, oh, you don't like brakes in your car, take it out. It's your business. Please don't take out your brake. I'm talking, don't take out your brake. But that's the idea about it. You can customize the car. You can customize your car anyhow. And thirdly, which is my favorite, is that because it's a long-term financing this thing, it builds your credit over time. So what does it mean for something to build your credit? So when you got the car initially, like them telling you to pay monthly, there's a twist. So they're telling you to pay the money of the car monthly, but in the real sense, there is already an institution that has paid off that car for you to the dealership. So let me speak in actual whatever now. So let's say there's a Nissan, you're getting your car from Nissan, and then you have a bank. You bank with TD Bank or you bank with Desjardins or whatever. In the real sense, when you go apply for financing, because you have to apply, it's not automatic, they have to see that you're qualified for it. When you apply and they approve you, ideally Desjardins will pay off that 40k, will pay off all the money. Then that money that you're not paying back for your car, you're paying it back to Desjardins, because the Desjardins has paid your car. In some cases, maybe your bank does not approve you, then Nissan themselves, Nissan will get the car and say, you know what, I see that you have prospect. I see that you are going to be in this country for a longer period of time. I see you're a soon-to-be citizen. All those kind of factors, eligibility to see if you're eligible. Nissan will be like, okay, this car we won't pick for my yard, I chest it with my full chest. I will pay it for you. Just pay me back when you have time. So the idea of financing is that it's not that you are just paying back. There must have been a body, or there must have been an institution that have paid off that debt for you, that you are now paying them back. So the process of you paying them back is now what is going to build your credit, because it's a loan that you are not paying them back. The fact that you are paying it timely, maybe you are paying it ahead of time, like they are seeing. Now this is not more kind again, like maybe the government of Canada or I don't really know in depth how they do that credit, whatever, but somewhere is saying that money is coming out of this account, and you know you are paying up your debt, you are paying up your loan. Let's increase this credit score, let's build up more points for the person. So that is how that system work. If you want a video about that, I can just do research and actually produce you a whole video about that. That's if you want it. So now we're going to talk about the con of financing a car in Canada. Number one, it is a long-term commitment. It's a long-term commitment. Like an average person, if you go to like a dealership, the average, you are not starting at all. They will give you 5 years, and that's like if you're going to be paying heavily monthly. So like the longer your years, the less you pay monthly. The shorter your years, the more you pay monthly. So it's you to decide. If you like, you can tell them to give you like a 4 years plan, but then that means you're going to be paying hugely every month. Because the idea is that in that 4 years, you have to pay off your 40k where you don't borrow, I mean your 30k where you don't borrow. So ideally, people like to spread it to like the thinnest. So I think the max that you can spread it to is like 8 years if you're lucky, or 7 years max. So you are paying for one car for the next 7 years of your life. You can accelerate it though. You can say, okay, maybe this thing, but still, it's a long term to like pay for a car. And that thing is that the car depreciates. So now, by the time the car is now finally yours, car that you took in 2024, right? So you took a car of like 2024, like the latest model. By the time you finish paying it off, the car that was your latest model at 2024 is now the old model. So now you are now stuck in the seller's market of like, who wants to buy this car at a, obviously you can't pay it for you can't sell it for the car the amount that you bought it for. So that is another point of it. And the tax is higher. So if you are paying for a longer period of time, for every year or for every month, there is tax on it. In conclusion, we know that Canada is a very taxable country. Everything, the air we breathe, we pay tax on it. So by the time you are now done paying the tax of maybe you took the car for 30k, by the time you are now paying the tax and the conclusion, you do your math and everything. I'm not very good at math, but I'm very sure you must have paid like $12,000 extra. So you took the car for like 30k, maybe you might end up paying 42k on the car. I don't know, or a bit less. But the idea is that the tax is ridiculous. It's not, you're not going to be on the same wavelength of, of what you actually bought the car. It's not like a $3 different. No, you're going to actually pay a lot of money. The pro of leasing is the fact that you get expensive cars at a very cheap price. So compared to financing, that they're saying it's your car, right? This is your car. Then we'll give you like a little bit. No, for leasing, you get the car and you get it for a cheap period, for a cheaper price, because the idea is that they are collecting their car back regardless. So that's the number one pro of leasing. Another thing about leasing is that the fact that you don't own the car could be a blessing. So I want to take a very popular social media influencer for an example in this situation. The Oddity bought a Jeep Wrangler, and when work came and she had to move, she had a very big opportunity. She had to move across, she had to leave where she was living and move into a new place, like a new city. She had to sell the car and like start over and start getting whatever there. It's a good opportunity for her. It's not a bad thing. But the thing is that if you were to lease that car, if to say the car was on lease, there's no fight. You just go back to the company and be like, oh well, something came up, I'm so sorry, here's your property, I'm heading out. But the fact that, let's think about, like, you don't buy a car, you don't pay, you have paid it, you have done everything, and then you have to go and resell it at even a lesser price because you don't have the opportunity to carry it all over to where you're going, or maybe the restrictions or whatnot. So when you're leasing a car, it's easy to dispose because it's not your own. You're just going to go and pack it back to the guy like, okay, it was fun while you lasted, now let's head out. And another thing about leasing that is very interesting is that we know how they're always releasing cars every year. So this year now we have 2019. I know. 2024. This year now we have 2024. Next year now we have 2025. So when you're leasing a car, at least you know that it be like iPhone. You use it for like 2 years, you can't change it to the latest one. You use it for another 2 years, you change it to the latest one. Or like financing, where you don't sell your soul for 7 years. After 7 years, bro, you can't change that car. So that's another pro of it. So you use it a little bit, you change it up. You lease it a little bit, you change it up. So now I want to talk about the con of leasing. First of all, the car is not your own. Many people see cars as like properties, especially where we come from in Nigeria. If you have a car that is your own, then like you be baba for your yard, all those kind of things. But number one, the car is not your own. It's something that you have at the back of your mind that at the end of the day, I'm returning this car. And it kind of creates an impression, like you become too extra careful. Oh, nothing must happen to this car. This car has to be this thing. Because if you go back and the car is not how they gave it to you, then you are as good as buying the car at a ridiculous price. So that is one thing about the car. You can't customize the car. You know everything I said about financing, like remove your boot, change your wiper, remove your brake. You can't do that. However they give you the car is how you should give them back the car. You have signed it. Mileage. There is a mileage restriction on lease cars. Some of us can travel any small thing. Me, I'm even better. I know somebody behind the camera. Jesus, if they own a car like this anywhere in Canada, they can drive to it. But when you're leasing a car, you have a restriction. So like maybe they've given you a 10,000 restriction, 10,000 kilometers per year. You now be calculating, I can't carry this car to church today. I can't go to this place tomorrow. Like, you know, but whereas the car is your own, normal, if mileage are high, no need you are carrying your car, now you they pay for your car. So that is another ridiculous thing about leasing a car. Another kind of leasing, excessive wear and tear. So you don't use the car, you have the brake and everything, and this, you are paying extra by the time you are going to go and return that car. So basically, everything has a price, unlike you owning the car for yourself and you just know that you're responsible for anything that happens to the car. To round off this video, Ade, I would like to share, because you people now be like, oh, Ade, you have said all this stuff. Which one do you now prefer? Me, I've financed a car twice in this country. Actually, once, it's just something that happened. And I like financing because it makes your life easy. You already have a budget, you already have a plan, and you have already put your fixed money on the side. If you have more, you can put it, but like nobody is saying today the money is high, tomorrow is low. Whatever you have agreed from the beginning is what you have agreed. And many of us, we don't like paparazzi of changing cars every now and then. So if I'm using my car for the next 5 years, 6 years, I guess that is my business, right? So I prefer financing. I was using a car before this, a Nissan Altima, and the car was just giving me issues. And I'm like, I just bought this car, I'm already paying, and you people are stressing me this much. I drove back to the dealership, I'm like, it's like you will take your car and give me a new one. So they took the car back, and I actually took my time to look for a new one in the same dealership, and that's how I got this car. So I really like financing because I feel like I have more flexible option than leasing a car. However, I know some of you might have a very different thought or a different opinion. Please share it in the comments. Why is it that you would prefer leasing over financing? Or why is it that you actually like financing over leasing? Let me know. And some of you that are still in the process of like, let me choose, I really hope you're able to find one or two things valuable in this video that would help you make your decision. Anyway, that is the end of our video. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. If you have not shared, please share the video. If you have not liked, like the video and comment, please. Very important. Let's engage in this video. You people, sometimes the video is going up, sometimes the video is doing summer. What's wrong with you guys? Please, let's keep the energy in all of the video. So I come here next time. It's your girl Ade, and I have a snippet of my next video, and I think I like it, so we'll talk about that behind production, and you guys should just be ready, anticipate. So I come here next time. It's your girl Ade, and this is Life with Hardy. Bye. Now let me go and shop. But this rain is still raining. This summer, Jesus. Hey.